Eli's pen scratched the final signature across the treaty holopad. Alarms blared through the station's lockdown corridors, red lights pulsing like a heartbeat. Soren guards lined the chamber walls, their armored bulk casting shadows over the negotiation table. Mediator Juno Sato snatched the pad. Binding complete, peace secured. Eli straightened, wiping sweat from his brow. The air hummed with tension. Across the table, Vesha Kaur rose. The Soren matron soldier towered 3 times his height, her iridescent scales gleaming under the lights. Muscles rippled beneath her ceremonial harness as she stepped forward. Guards cheered, a guttural roar that shook the deck plates. Eli watched her reach for him like luggage. Her massive hand closed around his torso. Fingers thick as his thighs lifted him clean off the floor. He dangled there, boots kicking air, heart pounding against her unyielding grip. Identity verification, Vesha rumbled. Her voice vibrated through his ribs, deep and resonant. Amber eyes narrowed on his collarbone, where the fresh treaty tattoo glowed blue. She peeled back his shirt collar with a claw tip. The mark matched. She grunted approval and set him down. Gently, for her. Eli stumbled but caught his balance. He smoothed his uniform, ignoring the snickers from the human delegation. Juno smirked from the sidelines. Sardren, the Soren honor warden, shoved forward. His crest flared red with suspicion. Human claims frailty. Scan for fraud. Vesha nodded once. Sar activated the blood-safe scanner, a handheld orb that hummed to life. It latched onto Eli's arm with needle pricks. Data scrolled across its display. Fragile. Sar spat, bones like dry twigs. Blood pressure erratic. Incompatible for Soren bonding. Eli pulled his arm free. The pricks stung, but he'd patched worse on engine decks. Compatibilities in the treaty. Not your call. Vesha's gaze flicked to him. Surprise? Curiosity? Hard to read those alien features. Flat nose, forward-jutting jaw. Scales shifting hues with emotion. Juno stepped in. Sedate the human. Standard procedure for delicate species. No. Ellie met her eyes. I read every clause myself. Sar barked a laugh. You? Parse Soren law? Eli tapped the holopad. Earthside, we fix what breaks. Treaties included. Play it. The pad projected the full document. Dual languages scrolling. Eli scanned the Soren clauses aloud, voice steady. Clause 17. Matron soldier binds with liaison for clan security. No termination without mutual breach. Clause 22. Fragility exemptions apply only if human initiates separation. Guards shifted. Vesha tilted her head, scales flushing violet. Interest? Sar snarled. He memorized it? Repaired it, Eli said. Your draft had a loophole. Fixed it last cycle. Vesha's hand shot out again. This time she gripped his upper arm. Not crushing, but firm. She dragged him toward the exit. Eli's boots skidded on the deck, but he twisted to grab his toolkit from the table. Quarters assignment, she announced. The door to her shuttle bay hissed open. Juno called after them. Ellie protocol. Protocols signed. Eli yanked free mid-stride, slinging the toolkit over his shoulder. Vesha eyed it, then shrugged and kept walking. Her quarters loomed at the shuttle's end, a Spartan chamber of reinforced bulkheads and woven clan tapestries. She shoved him inside, the door sealed. Click. Lock engaged from the outside panel. Eli tested the latch. Solid. He exhaled, scanning the space. Twice his height. Low gravity adjusted for Soren mass. A sleeping pallet big as a cargo net dominated one wall, weapons rack on another. Blades longer than he was tall. Footsteps retreated down the corridor. He dropped his toolkit. First things first, inventory. Air recyclers hummed clean. No toxins. Gravity plate stable, though tuned heavy. He tweaked the control panel with a spanner from his kit. Dialed at Earth normal. Much better. A comm panel blinked. Soren script. Eli patched in his translator module. Incoming message from SAR. Matron tests you tonight. Fail, treaty. Voids. Great. He leaned against the wall, pulse steadying. Mechanics creed. Diagnose. Repair. Test. This was just a busted alliance. Hours ticked by. Eli inventoried the room. Food synth in the corner dispensed nutrient paste. Tasteless gray sludge. He choked down a ration, then jury-rigged a filter from his kit. Added flavor, synthetic coffee, hot, bitter perfection. The door cycled open. Vesha ducked inside, filling the frame. Her harness was gone, replaced by a loose tunic. Scales gleamed softer in the dim light. She locked the door behind her, from inside this time. Eli stood. Test. Vesha circled him slow. Her tail, thick, prehensile, brushed the deck. Sar doubts. You small. Weak. Not weak. Eli opened his toolkit. Watch. He pulled a loose panel from the wall. Station maintenance access. Wires frayed, power fluctuating. Common issue in mixed grav zones. Vesha loomed closer. What? Fixing your quarters. Eli stripped the wires, spliced a bypass with conductive tape. Sparks flew. He sealed it. Lights brightened steady. Done. No more brownouts. She poked the panel. Solid. Her scales shifted green. Approval? You lift tools? She snatched his spanner, twirled it like a toothpick. Eli grinned. Lighter touch works too. She handed it back, touched his arm where the scanner bit. Fragile. Survivable. He flexed. Humans adapt. Vesha sat on the pallet, careful, making it creak, gestured him closer. Clan bond requires proximity. Eli's neck heated. Cultural gap. Soren biology. Heat sharing or something? Intel briefs vague. She tugged him down beside her. Her body radiated warmth like a furnace, scales smooth, not rough. He sat rigid. Relax, she rumbled, or Sar smells fear. Eli forced his shoulders down. Her scent, musk and ozone, filled his lungs. Not unpleasant. Why you, she asked. Voice low. Best fit. Lie. Juno picked him for expendable. You? Duty. Her tail curled near his boot. Suspect trap. Human sneaky. Not this one.
Eli met her eyes. Fix problems.
Not make them. She studied him. Claws traced his tattoo. Light. Testing. Skin tingled. Calm buzzed. Sar's voice. Matron. Report. Vesha thumbed it. Human intact. Quarters secure. Fragile one holds. Holds. She glanced at Eli. Scales deepened violet. Sar grunted. Test continues. Line cut. Vesha leaned back. Sleep here. Proximity clause. Eli nodded. No choice. He unrolled a spare thermal blanket from his kit, claimed a corner of the pallet. Her bulk curved around him like a wall. Protective? Sleep came slow. Her breathing rumbled steady. Trust? Not yet. But competence bridged gaps. Morning cycle lights flickered. Eli woke to alarms. Station-wide. Vesha bolted up, claws out. Breach! Eli grabbed his toolkit. Panels sparked nearby. Sabotage? He cracked the access. Tampered relay. Quick splice. Light stabilized. Vesha stared. You. Fixed. Standard. He wiped hands. Who wants the treaty dead? Her eyes narrowed. Find out. She scooped him up. Luggage again. But this time Eli pointed. That panel. Scanner logs. Together. They pried it open. Data trail led to Juno's access code. Betrayal. Vesha's roar shook the walls, but her grip stayed sure. Eli patched. Vesha dropped Eli onto the pallet. Her claws scraped the deck as she paced. My quarters. My rules. Eli rubbed his arms. No bruises this time. Her grip had gentled after the breach fix. He scanned the room. Low ceiling pressed close for him, vast for her. Soren-sized vents hummed. Human standard gravity strip glowed faint blue along the walls. She loomed over him. Tail lashed. You nest here. Her talon pointed to a shadowed corner padded with woven fibers. Small prey zone. Safe. Eli nodded. Practical. He kept his toolkit slung over shoulder. Works. Her crest flared. Iridescent scales along her neck ridge. I guard. You obey. No wander. No touch clan relics. She gestured to bone-carved totems lining the walls. Humans break easy. Got it. Eli knelt by the gravity strip. Her footsteps thudded yesterday, sending shockwaves up his legs. Bruises bloomed on shins. Routine fix. He popped the panel. Wires tangled. Station model. Adjustable field emitter. He spliced a bypass, tuned the output to her mass. 3 times human norm. Dialed compensation for his frame. Vesha watched. Arms crossed. What? Gravity tweak. He sealed it.
Stood. Tested a step.
Floor stayed solid. No rebound jar. Your steps won't rattle me now, she stomped. Deck hummed even. No quiver reached him. Her eyes widened. Pupils slit vertical. Human magic? Physics. Eli shrugged. Keeps us both steady. Vesha circled him. Slow. Claws flexed. Test strength. She gripped his forearm. Controlled pressure, like checking a tool's give. Scales rasped his skin. Pain spiked, bones creaked. Eli tapped her wrist twice. Sharp, clear signal. Universal mechanics out. She released. Instant. Rubbed the spot herself. Tap means stop? Yeah, he flexed fingers. No break. Red marks faded fast. Consent signal. Saves hassle. Her tail stilled. Crest dipped thoughtful purple. Clever prey, not prey. Eli pulled a flexipad from his kit, typed quick. Consent protocol. He slid it over. Rules for touch, both sign. No surprises. Vesha scanned the text. Claws hovered.
Humans write bindings. Clear terms.
Eli tapped the pad. You grip too hard? I tap. You stop. I touch wrong. You crest flare. We stop. Equal. She grunted. Took the stylus. Scratched her glyph. Looping Soren script. Binding mark. Pad chimed approval. Signed. Now law. Eli pocketed it. First bridge held. Comm buzzed. SAR's voice crackled. Matron. Public hall. Plan eyes treaty pair. Vesha straightened. We go. She scooped Eli again. Luggage lift. But set him down at the door. Walk. Show spine. Eli matched her stride. Gravity fix worked. No bruises. Hallway echoed with Soren footfalls. Towering frames parted for her. Whispers rippled. Matron weds soft skin? Public hall sprawled ahead. Vaulted dome, etched with battle friezes, clan gathered, warriors in scale armor, crests high. SAR stood central, staff planted. Juno Sato flanked him, sharp suit crisp. Her eyes flicked to Eli. Cold calculation. Vesha halted at the arch. Eli beside her. Challengers stepped forward. 3 warriors, crests flared red aggression. One snarled, human unfit. Break him clean. Vesha's crest snapped full violet dominance. Tail coiled warning. He fixed breach, traced Juno's code. Roar built low. Challenge me. Hall hushed. Challengers backed. SAR nodded. Proof? Eli stepped up. Pulled data chip from toolkit. Logs here. Relay sabotage. Per access. Projections bloomed. Timestamps. Codes matching Juno's. Juno paled. Fabrication. Check hashes. Eli crossed arms. Calm. Mechanic truth. SAR scanned. Growled. True. Earth. Broker betrays. Vesha's hand brushed Eli's shoulder. Light. Protective. My spouse claims justice. Warriors murmured approval. Crests shifted blue respect. Juno bolted for exit. Station security swarmed. Human and Soren mix. Cuffs clicked. SAR turned to Eli. Fragile one endures. Fixes war tools. He thumped staff. Treaty holds. Vesha leaned close. Breath warm on Eli's ear. You fight smart, not sneaky. Teamwork. Eli met her gaze. Scales gleamed softer violet now. Trust flickered. Hall cleared. They walked back. Her stride synced to his. No scoop this time. Quarters door hissed shut. Vesha uncoiled a sleeping mat bigger than last. Nest expands. Share center. Eli nodded. Toolkit down. Protocol pad glowed signed. Competence bridged. Partnership sparked. But comm buzzed again. SAR's voice urgent. Matron. Eli. New threat. Juno's allies inbound. Armory breach. Vesha's claws extended. Eli grabbed toolkit. On it. Her crest flared. Not warning, but ready. Eli patched the door seal first. Sparks flew. Her shadow loomed solid behind him. They moved as one. Destiny alarms wailed anew. Shadows shifted in the vents. Intruders. Vesha lunged. Eli flanked. Toolkit became weapon. Competence met strength. Trust sealed. But the lead intruder's comm crackled a name Eli knew. Earth Black Ops. Juno wasn't alone. Vesha's roar drowned it. Eli spliced the line dead. Deeper they plunged, partnership forged in fire. Eli wiped sweat. Vesha's tail curled near, not trapping, guarding. One intruder's blade nicked her scale. She hissed. Eli cauterized it quick, toolkit laser precise. You heal? Her eyes locked. Standard. He grinned faint. We fix each other now. She gripped his shoulder. Light. He didn't tap. Hallway ahead branched. Voices echoed. More foes. Vesha charged. Eli covered vents. Soren bellowed challenge. Human ingenuity trapped the rest. Sar arrived late, surveyed pinned intruders. How? Her muscle, my traps. Eli dusted hands. Vesha's crest pulsed warm gold. Soren, bond color, rare, treaty sealed true. Sar bowed slight to Eli. Juno's allies chained. Earth recalled her negotiators. Clean break. Night cycle fell. Quarters quiet. Vesha spread the full palette. Pulled Eli to center. No corners, he settled. Her bulk curved around, not wall, shield. Breathing synced. Sleep came easy. Morning alarms stayed silent. Eli stirred first. Fixed the brewer. Serene brew too harsh for human gut. She tasted his tweak. Crest bobbed approval. Better. Calibrated. Public duty called, hand in hand. Claw gentle. They faced clans. Challengers bowed now. Misreads faded. Biology bridged. Intentions clear. Partnership earned. But a new comm pinged. Off-station relay. Carter. Recall order. Mission complete. Eli glanced at Vesha. Her tail tightened. Not going. He typed refusal. Signed with her glyph beside. She nodded. Crest gold steady. Duty shifted. Theirs now. Station hummed secure. Treaty worlds aligned. Human fixed. Soren guarded. Together, unbreakable. Vesha thrust Eli forward into the clan hall's roar. Torches flickered on stone walls etched with claw scratches. Soren warriors towered around long tables, their crests pulsing red aggression. Plates steamed with raw slabs of bonding meat. Dark-veined, reeking of iron and acid. Eat, Vesha growled. Her voice boomed over the din. She shoved a plate into Eli's hands. Prove bond. Or die, pretender. Eli's fingers tightened on the ceramic. One bite would shred his human gut. Soren biology thrived on neurotoxins that paralyzed lesser species. He'd scanned the station's xenobiofiles, knew the load. Hundreds of eyes locked on him. Sardren, honor warden, leaned from the head table. His crest spiked sharp. Human. Chew. Smile. Vesha's tail coiled behind Eli. Protective, or ready to snap him if he failed. He scanned the table. Duplicate plates everywhere. Identical slabs. Goal. Survive the ritual without insult. Eli lifted his plate high. Clan honors me. Voice steady. He stepped left, bumped a server's arm. Plates swapped in the shuffle. His toxin slab to an empty spot, a milder cut to his grip. No one blinked. He speared the meat, bit down, chewed slow. Juices burst tart, not lethal. Swallowed. Hall exploded in bellows. Fists pounded tables. Vesha yanked him close. Crest flickered orange. Sorin for approval. Her claw grazed his back. Light pressure. Sar surged up. Fraud. He snatched Eli's original plate from the table, sniffed. Crest blackened, swapped. Poison untouched. Insult to Vesha's gift, warriors growled. Claws scraped stone. Vesha spun Eli behind her bulk. He ate bond meat. Watched. Sar jabbed a claw at Eli. Trickster poisons nothing, claims husband's strength without trial. Trial! Roars echoed. Eli's pulse hammered. Combat meant death. Soren hit like freight trains, but station logs burned in his mind. Air scrubbers failing. Toxin buildup stressing everyone. Wait. Eli stepped out. Voice cut the noise. Technical ordeal. Not blood. Sar froze. Crest quivered. What game? Station scrubbers leak. Air turns sour. Fix them. Prove worth. Whispers rippled. Soren valued warriors, not wrench turners. Vesha's head snapped to Eli. Scrubbers? You claim skill? Mechanic. Born to it. He met her gaze. No bluff. Sar barked laugh. Human toys. Fail. You die slow. Success. Maybe live. Vesha planted claws. My honor stakes. Grant tools. He fixes, or I claim his blood myself. Hall hushed. Her crest burned gold, risking status for him. Sar nodded curt. Tools. Now, escort him. Warriors shoved toolkits into Eli's arms. Wrenches, seals, chem scanners. Heavy, but familiar. Vesha gripped his shoulder, hauled him through corridors. Her stride ate distance. Why scrubbers? Trap? Real problem. Air poison slow, like your meat. She grunted. Crest dimmed. Doubt. Engineering bay loomed. Scrubbers hummed wrong. Rattles. Hisses. Readouts blinked red. Filter clogs, membrane tears. Eli dropped to knees. Popped first panel. Gunk choked intakes. Surin filters oversized for their lungs. Ignored human tolerances. Here, he yanked a hose. Vesha held it steady. Claws precise. He scraped buildup. Scanned for breaches. Membrane ruptured. Need patch. She rummaged toolkit. Passed sealant. This? Perfect. Applied fast. Pressed firm. Second unit worse. Vibration cracked housing. Brace. Eli pointed. Vesha pinned it with one paw. He torqued bolts. Realigned. Sweat beaded his brow. Her shadow cooled him. No words. Just motion. Third scrubber seized. Core temp spiked. Overload. Eli traced wires. Frayed from Sarin bulk leaning too hard. Vesha rumbled. My clan uses bays rough. Reinforce. He spliced cable. Her claw steadied the splice. Hiss died. Readouts greened. Bay cleared. Air freshened. No more tang. Vesha inhaled deep. Crest brightened. Fixed. Footsteps thundered. Sar stormed in with 20 warriors. Eli stood. Wiped hands. Check logs. Sar scanned panel. Eyes widened. Efficiency up 30%. No leaks. Warriors murmured. One sniffed air. Nostrils flared approval. Sar faced Eli. Skill true. Turned to Vesha. Your choice wise. Bond holds. Vesha pulled Eli close. Tail curled his waist. Gentle. Partner. That Sar lingered. Claw tapped console. One flaw remains. Relay glitch. Off-station pings drop. Eli frowned. Not scrubbers. Comms array. Sar smirked. Fix that, or trial reopens. Vesha growled low. He will. Eli nodded. Tool still warm in hand. Partnership tested, not broken. Hall cheers faded behind. Vesha marched Eli back to quarters. Door sealed. She loomed, crest gold steady. You risked. Her voice softened. Claw traced his arm. Where plate swap, bruised. Calculated. Ellie met her eyes, vertical slits. Curious now. She pushed him to pallet. Bulk settled beside. Heat radiated. Eat true next time. Calibrate first. He grinned. Dawn cycle broke. Alarm silent. Li brewed adjusted calf. Soren roast mellowed for his gut. She sipped. Crest bobbed. Better. Public duty loomed. Hand in claw they strode halls. Challengers parted. But compinged. Juno Sato's face flickered. Carter. Progress. Eli glanced Vesha. Her tail tightened. Securing. He cut feed. Station hummed true. Trust built. One fix at a time. Warriors nodded now. No growls. Vesha leaned close. More trials come. Bring them. Eli shouldered toolkit. Ready. Intruder klaxons wailed sudden. Vesha bolted. Eli matched stride. Vents ahead. Perfect. Choke. They charged, together. Sar met them at breach. Juno's spies? Sabotage scrubbers again? Eli grinned. Won't stick. Vesha roared challenge. Eli sealed vents. Trap sprung. Foes pinned. Partnership proven. But relay glitch pulsed. Off-station threat loomed larger. Eli eyed console. Next fix calls. Vesha gripped his hand. We answer. Station secured. Treaty breathed. Theirs to guard. Night fell. Pallet shared. No corners. Sleep synced. Morning alarms stayed quiet. Brew tweaked perfect. Clans bowed. Misreads burned away. Com pinged final. Carter. Recall. Eli typed refusal. Vesha's glyph beside. Not going. Her crest gold. Duty theirs. Unbreakable. Yet relay flickered warning. New relay, unknown source. Eli cracked knuckles. Time to dive deeper. Vesha armed up. Lead. Deeper decks called. Shadows hid more. One glitch, one threat. Partnership sharpened. They descended. Tools ready, claws primed. Bond sealed in action. Not meat. Station's heart waited. Eli squeezed into the scrubber conduit. Toolkit scraping metal walls. Confinement pressed tight. Human-sized, barely. Behind him, Vessa's massive hand gripped the access hatch. Her claws locked it wide. Go deep, Eli. Fault pulses here. He nodded. Flashlight beam cutting steam haze. Alarms throbbed red through grates. Station air turned sour. Recyclers starved. Deeper decks choked first. Goal: isolate the break. Fix it before cascade failure. Conduit narrowed. Eli wormed forward, elbows grinding. Sweat stung eyes. Soren warriors loomed outside. Sardrin among them. Tail lashing judgment. They expected collapse. Human frailty. Vesha growled low. Ignore stares. Trust your hands. Eli reached the junction. Pipes hissed fury. Fault glowed. Cracked manifold seal. Pressure spiking wild. He yanked diagnostic probe. Data scrolled. Reroute viable. Vesha. Feed line status. Her voice boomed close. Blockage cleared. Flow incoming. Claws shifted hatch wider. He slapped sealant patch. Too brittle for alien pressures. Improvise. Eli ripped food wrap polymer from his pouch. Mechanics hack, melt, mold, seal. Torch flared. Polymer bubbled, fused tight over crack. Reroute valve spun under his wrench. Flow shifted smooth. Sar shoved forward outside. Eli glimpsed him through grate. Tampering restart timer. Dial cranked high. Sabotage. Explosive spike incoming. Conduit groaned. Eli! Vesha's warning rattled walls. Brace! Eli barked. He yanked manual vent lever. Stuck. Pressure roared. He commanded sharp. Vesha! Body on manifold. Now! She lunged. Towering frame slammed hatch aside. One arm pinned conduit mouth. Other braced the bulging manifold pipe. Muscles corded under scales. Her crest flared gold. Trust absolute. Explosion rocked. Eli vented the surge. Gas screamed past. Vesha held. Unyielding. Scrubbers whirred alive. Alarms cut silent. Hall lights steadied green. Conduit cooled. LA crawled out. Coated grime. Vesha released manifold. Dent remained. Her mark. She straightened. 3 times his height. Breath steady. Warriors gaped. Sar recoiled. Timer shard in claw. You endured. Sar's voice cracked. Honor Warden's eyes narrowed. Not fraud. Competence. Eli wiped brow. Routine maintenance. He met Vesha's gaze. Her tail curled near his boot. Protective loop. Partnership hummed. Juno Sato's comm buzzed. Carter? Report. Fixed. Eli cut feed. No symbols needed. Vesha rumbled approval. Trials sharpen. More weight. They moved deckward. Warriors parted. No growls now. Deeper hum faltered. Relay glitch pulsed again. Eli cracked panel. Wires frayed. Alien spec overload. Soren tech. Brute force conduits. No finesse. Humans adapted. Vesha. Scan perimeter. He spliced bypass. She prowled. Claws unsheathed. Clear, but shadows shift. Eli nodded. Her vigilance covered his focus. Together, unbeatable. Footfalls echoed. Sar approached, flanked by 2. Human. Warden demands proof. This trial, conduit breach simulation. Fail. Treaty voids. Eli glanced Vesha. Her jaw set, misread again. His calm as weakness. Said it. Sar sneered. You crawl. She watches. Expect failure. Hatch hissed open. Eli dove in. Vesha held firm. Conduit. Darker this time. Fault simulated. Valves jammed deliberate. Eli probed. Reroute path blocked. Sar's touch. He grinned in gloom. Fabricate again. Polymer strip ready. Outside, sabotage hummed. Timer ticked audible. Vesha. Brace point. She slammed into position. Manifold bucked. She roared. Held. Eli vented. Scrubbers spun. Silence fell. He emerged. Sar stared at undamaged pipe. Impossible. Human flesh yields, skill doesn't. Eli shouldered toolkit. Vesha stepped forward. Crest high, my bond proves. He commands storms. Warriors murmured. Respect rippled. Juno pinged insistent. Eli ignored. Vesha's glyph etched his wrist calm now. Shared. Night cycle dropped. They claimed birth. Shared palate. No divides. Her warmth radiated. Tail draped over. Sleep synced to station rhythm. Dawn alarms quiet. Eli brewed, tweaked for Soren palate. Bitter edge softened. Vesha inhaled deep. Perfect hunt. Clans gathered. Bows replaced snarls. Relay flickered anew. Off-station ping unknown vector. Eli eyed console. Deeper dive. Vesha armed blades. Lead. Shadows deepened. One glitch chained to threat. Sar trailed now. Testing turned guard. Conduit access gleamed. Eli crawled. Vasha held. Routine, but ping escalated. Enemy craft inbound.
Sabotage prelude. Timer starts, Eli muttered.
Countdown launched. Fix or fight. Vesha's grip tightened. We end it. Deck trembled. Breach imminent. Eli isolated core fault. Relay overload from intruder hack. Reroute surged, but Sar lingered at panel. Claw hovered sabotage switch. Prove final. Sar hissed. Eli vented line. Watch. Explosion fainted. Vesha braced triple. Manifold held. Scrubbers roared full. Alarms died. Hall silent. Warriors knelt. Sar bowed low. Guardian proven. Husband worthy. Eli stood. Vesha pulled him close. Scale against skin. Trust sealed. Calm screamed. Juno. Carter. Recall now. He typed refusal. Vesha's claw pressed glyph. Ours. Threat loomed larger. Enemy relay locked. Eli cracked knuckles. Countdown. 10 minutes to counterhack. Vesha grinned fangs. Together. They charged core. Tools clashed claws. Bond unbreakable. Intruder klaxons wailed fresh. Vents sealed prior. Trap sprung. Foes pinned. Partnership. Absolute. But core console sparked. Deeper glitch. Unknown source pulsed. Eli dove. Vesha braced. One fix. One threat. Victory ticked down. The station's heart beat true. Theirs to defend. Shadows parted. New trial dawned. Ready? Eli asked. Vesha's tail looped his waist. Always. They plunged. Countdown burned. Claws scraped steel as the Soren contender pinned Ellie to the corridor bulkhead. Weakling husband. The warrior snarled, breath hot with fermented meat reek. Show dominance mark or bleed. Eli's back hit the panel. No panic. Just assessment. The contender loomed twice Vesha's bulk. 4 meters of plated muscle. Horns curved like scythes. Station conduits hummed behind. Signage glowed. Maintenance access 47B security protocols active. Eli twisted his wrist. Comms pinged silent. Vesha was 2 decks up. Rallying clan. This challenger tested alone. Mark? Eli echoed, voice steady. Not how humans bond. Contender's talon pressed Eli's throat. Soren law. Guardian's mate claims or yields. Crowd gathered. Warriors in scaled armor. Tails lashing. Bets hissed in guttural clicks. Eli glanced left. Ventilation grate flickered. Timing board blinked. 30 seconds to cycle. Yield, pass. He shoved a loose panel. Sparks flew. Contender flinched. Trickster. Talon slashed. Eli ducked. Fabric tore on his shoulder. Blood welled. Hot. Sticky. He bolted right. Feet pounding grated deck. Contender roared pursuit. Budding steps shook conduits. Eli feinted toward a dead-end sign. Bait perfect. Stand, runt. Eli tapped override on his wrist gauntlet. Station AI chirped. Foam net deploying. Contender lunged. Timing nailed. Jets whooshed. White foam erupted from ceiling vents, expanding fast. Sticky strands webbed horns, limbs, jaws. The giant thrashed. Foam hardened in seconds. Unbreakable lattice. Eli skidded to halt, chest heaving, stood over the trap. No kill, just control. Crowd gasped. Tails froze mid-lash. Vesha burst through. Her crest flared red. Guardian fury. She towered at 3 meters, claws extended, eyes locked on Eli's bloodied shoulder. Husband! She shouldered warriors aside, blocked the mob with one arm. Foam-trapped contender writhed at her feet. Who dares? Eli raised a hand. This one, demanded Mark. Got station security instead. Vesh's gaze flicked to the net. Foam creaked under contender's strain. Her tail coiled tight. Execution. Now. She drew blade edge hummed vibro field. Crowd murmured approval. Sardren pushed forward, honor warden's badge glinting. Law permits, Guardian. Purge the challenger. Eli stepped between, grabbed Vesh's wrist. Small against her scale, but firm. No. Formal complaint. Station logs it all. Demand. Chase. Trap. Let tribunals judge. Vesha froze. Blade hovered. Her nostrils flared, scenting his blood. Biology screamed kill. Soren mates avenged instantly. Pheromones flooding to bind or break. Eli's calm pulse baffled her. Human sense steady. No fear spike. Complaint? Sar barked. Weakness invites more. Eli met Vesha's eyes. Trust the system. We fixed the core glitch your way. Claws and surge. Now mine. Procedure holds. Crowd shifted. Whispers rippled. Tiny One commands her. Vesha's crest dimmed from red to amber. She sheathed blade, pulled Eli close, his head to her chest plastron. Heartbeat thrummed like station engines. You deny my right? Equal right, Eli said. Partnership, not protection. Her claw traced his jaw. Gentle, despite size, misread before. Humans fragile, scheming. Now, competent, unyielding. Biology shifted. Her pheromones softened, seeking sync. Sar stepped closer. Prove it, Guardian. Or he unmats. Vesha straightened. Turned to crowd. Voice boomed, echoing bulkheads. Hear clan law? Article 7. Mate who stands unyielding names equal. Warriors stilled. Tails curled submissive. She pressed glyph on her crest. Aloe flared. Golden lattice of Soren runes. Extended claw to Eli's gauntlet. Link crests. Bind as peer. Eli nodded. No hesitation. Synced his device. Pulse linked. His steady rhythm meshed her thunderous beat. Hollow merged. Human code woven into alien script. Irreversible. Crowd knelt. Sara bowed first. Equal named. Clan honors. Phone net cracked faintly. Contender glared. Silenced. Vesh's tail looped Eli's waist. Possessive. Protective. Mine. Equal. Eli grinned, ignoring shoulder sting. Ours to defend. Juno Sato's voice crackled over station comms. Carter, report. Sensors show. Static cut her. Enemy ping escalated. Deeper glitch pulsed from core. SAR rose. Intruders breach outer hall. Contender was scout. Eli cracked knuckles. Countdown restarts. 10 minutes to seal. Vesha gripped his hand, claw to palm. Together, they charged corridor's end. Crowd parted. Partnership sealed. Threat inbound. Eli ducked into access tube first. Vesha followed, body filling space. The station groaned under assault. Hull alarms wailed. Left conduit. Eli directed. Hack origin there. Vesha slashed grate open. Sparks flew. They crawled tandem, his tools probing wires, her strength prying plates. Pheromones mingled now, her scent, earth and storm. His, oil and resolve, biology bridged, trust over fear. Ping spiked, enemy drones swarm inbound. Eli rerouted power. Vents trapped them. Like the contender, Vesha laughed, fangs gleaming, my clever mate. Drone whine echoed. Foam nets deployed on cue, squeals cut short. Core stabilized, but console sparked anew. Sabotage relay hidden deeper. SAR coned. Guardian. Earth broker demands recall.
Says you're compromised.
Vesha snarled. She arranged trap. We end it. Eli patched breach. Juno's playing angles. Ignore. Hull trembled. Enemy craft locked tractor beams. Vesha hauled him up. Crests pulsed sync. Clan charges hull breach. You. Counterhack their nav, Eli said. Fingers flew over panel. Warriors rallied behind. Partnership absolute. Tractor groaned. Eli's code surged. Enemy craft veered, collision course with asteroid. Silence fell. Station held. Juno stormed corridor. Carter, you defied orders! Eli stood beside Vesha. Crests linked, glowing. Defied threat. Peace secured. Sara nodded. Equal proved. Vesha pulled Eli closer. Claw brushed his wound, tended now, intimate. No more tests. Crowd cheered. Human grit met Soren's steel. But deep scan pinged. One drone survived. Burrowed into core. Eli met Vesha's gaze. Ready for round 3? Her tail tightened. Always. Equal. They plunged into shadows. Bond unbreakable. New trial ignited. Eli's fingers froze on the datapad. Soren glyphs scrolled, translating line by line. There. Human asset. Designation Eli Carter. Transferable to Clan Core Guardian upon treaty ratification. Ownership binding. He blinked. Asset, not husband, property. The station's hum vibrated through his boots. He sat in the dim liaison quarters, fresh from patching the core breach. Vesha's scent, musk and iron, lingered on his collar. They'd just saved the station together. Now this. Eli stood. He grabbed his toolkit belt out of habit. Treaties were just machines with bad wiring, fixable. He stormed the negotiator deck. Bulkheads echoed his steps. Juno Sato's door hissed open at his override code. Juno looked up from her console, sharp eyes narrowing. Carter. Station secure. Go rest. Eli slapped the datapad down. Read Clause 7.4. Transferable property. I'm no one's asset. Juno scanned it. Her lips thinned. Soren legalese. Symbolic. Means you're bound to Vesha for peace.
Symbolic.
Ally leaned in. Renegotiate. Full bilingual annotation. Every word in English and Soren, side by side. Now, she laughed short and brittle. You're a mechanic, Eli. Not a lawyer. The treaty's signed. You're the symbol we needed. Symbol gets scrapped if it's junk. He crossed his arms. Call Sardran. Get Vesha. We fix this, where I walk. Juno's calm pinged. She hesitated, then keyed it. Fine, but don't blow the piece you just bought. Sardran arrived first, his armored frame filling the hatch. Vesha followed, towering at 9 feet, her crests flat in suspicion. Her tail flicked, brushing Eli's shoulder. Casual, possessive. Human demands rewrite, Sar rumbled, voice like grinding stone. His eyes bored into Eli. Prove no fraud. Vesha's claws tapped the table. She eyed Eli, then Juno. Earth broker arranged bond. Why question now? Eli met her gaze. Gold-flecked eyes, unblinking. Because it says I'm property, not partner. Vesha tilted her head. Crests rippled. Humans trade mates like tools. Clan bonds are eternal. You resist transfer? Eli's jaw tightened. We don't trade people. Marriage is choice, mutual. She snorted, fangs glinting. Prove it, little mechanic. Your biology screams submission. Small, soft. I assumed trade for peace, not anger. Focus. Not anger. Focus. Like diagnosing a faulty relay. Galley.
Human section.
Come see. Sar blocked the door. Test of honor. Test of truth. Eli sidestepped. Vesha waved Sar aside. They moved through corridors. Soren warriors parted for Vesha, stares lingering on Eli. Whispers. Clan asset walks free. Human galley buzzed, crew grabbing synth protein and coffee. Scents hit. Yeast. Caffeine. Grease. Eli waved at the line. Pick what you want. Or don't. Your call. Vesha loomed, drawing gasps. A cook dropped a tray. What the? Easy, Eli said. She's with me. Vesha sniffed a steaming bowl. Human fuel? She grabbed a mug, downed black coffee, coughed, crests flaring red. Burns! Crew laughed. Tension cracked. Eli plated stew for her. Simple, hearty. Sit, eat, or walk out. Doors open. She sat. Massive frame dwarfing the bench. Fork bent in her grip. She shoveled food, tail coiling around his chair leg. Unconscious. Why? She asked. Voice low. You could flee. Claim no bond. Eli sipped his own mug. Choice means trust. Force it. and it's broken from start. A human ensign approached, wary. Carter, she your guest? Ellie said. Vesha, this is Mike. Fixes vents like I do. Mike nodded. Ma'am, he slid her extra bread. Vesha tore it, shared half with Eli. Clan shares kill. You share steam meat? Stew. Eli grinned. Yeah. She watched the crew, laughing, arguing over cards. No hierarchies, no claws. Your warriors eat without rank? Everyone eats. Even the captain cues. Vesha's crests lifted, curious. She stood abruptly. I walk. Eli's gut twisted. Goal clear. Show her the door. Conflict. His own fear she'd bolt. He nodded. Doors that way. She strode out. Tail didn't brush him. Galley fell silent. Crew stared. Mike whistled. You just let the alien warlord leave? Her choice. Eli forced calm. Heart hammered. Partnership started here, or ended. Minutes ticked. Coffee cooled. Then, thud of heavy steps. Vesha returned. Claws clicked on deck. She dropped a Soren ration pack on the table. Clan share. Spiced grubs. Try. Eli cracked it. Pungent. Chewy. He chewed. Nodded. Not bad. Crew. Crowded. Tasted. Grimaced. Laughed. Vesha sat closer. Her shoulder eclipsed his. Humans choose weak meat, yet endure drone swarms. Tractor hacks. You charge hulls. Deploy nets. Eli met her eyes. Teamwork. She gripped his wrist, gentle for her. Claws pricked, not broke skin. Bond rewrite. No asset. Mutual guardians. Clan core shields Carter grit. You mend our steel. Eli's pulse synced with her crest's glow. Warmth spread. Guardians. Equal terms. Sar Comed in. Honor Warden approves. Bilingual draft transmits. Juno's voice followed, grudging. Annotations complete. Sign. Vesha pulled Eli up. Her tail looped his waist. Protective, not possessive. We sign, together. They returned. To negotiator deck. Pads glowed. Dual languages matched. Eli traced his name. Vesha's claw marked beside. Precise. Treaty holds. Sar intoned. Peace binds. Juno signed last. Eyes sharp. Don't make me regret this, Carter. Eli ignored her. Vesha's crests pulsed blue. Content. Her claw brushed his back. Intimate. Station alert blared. Deep scan ping. Drone survivor. Core burrowed. Vesha snarled. New hunt. Eli grabbed his toolkit. Lead the way, Guardian. Her laugh rumbled. Fangs gleamed. Always equal. They plunged into access shafts. Shadows swallowed them. Drone whines started faint. Eli patched a panel en route. Vents again? Vesha hauled a grate. Your traps. My charge. Hull trembled. Partnership sealed, not by ink but action. Deeper ping. Drone locked on power relays. Eli rerouted juice. Foam it, she deployed. Squeals cut short, but console sparked. Sabotage relay. Hidden. Compromised? Sar's voice crackled. Vesha's tail tightened. We end it. Enemy tractor locked. Hull groaned. Eli's fingers flew. Code surged. Craft veered. Asteroid collision. Explosions lit void. Silence. Juno stormed in later. Defied orders. Eli stood by Vesha, crests linked. Secured peace, Sar nodded. Equal. Vesha pulled him close. Claw tended his scrape. No more tests. Cheers echoed. Deep scan pinged. One drone left, burrowed true core. Eli met her gaze. Round 3? Tail gripped. Always. Bond unbreakable. Trial reignited. Alarms wailed. Red lights strobed across the diplomatic quarters. Eli's lungs burned as air recyclers ground to a halt. Vesha's tail coiled tight around his waist. She yanked him toward the bulkhead. Sar, she growled. Her crests flared crimson. The Soren Honor Warden stood at the console, claws locked on controls. Union test, Sar declared. Prove bond or perish. His eyes fixed on Eli, unblinking. Juno Sato clutched her tablet. This is murder. Earth delegates coughed, faces paling. Soren warriors shifted, mandibles clicking. Station air thickened, CO2 spiking. Eli checked his wrist scanner, 15 minutes to blackout. Life support cut to these quarters, Sar said. Core overrides only. Fix it together, or fail. Eli met Vesha's gaze. Her fangs bared, not in rage, but resolve. He nodded. Vents, first. Toolkit. She smashed the nearest grate with one claw swipe. Shards flew. Coolant hissed from ruptured lines. Sabotage, she rumbled. My clan smells it. Eli dove into the shaft. Wires sparked. His fingers traced frozen conduits. Bypass needed. Coolant canister. Biggest one. Vesha hauled him back. Hatch sealed. I breach. Her massive frame blocked the strobing lights. She rammed the emergency hatch. Metal buckled. Delegates gasped. A human couldn't budge it. Vesha could. Eli sprinted to the auxiliary locker, grabbed the canister. 50 kilos, frost-rimed. Too heavy solo. Vesha. She wedged through the mangled hatch, grabbed the canister like a toy. Where? Main recycler, sub-level. Eli led, toolkit banging his thigh. Air clawed his throat. Vision blurred. The Sorin warriors parted. Sar watched, arms crossed. Weakling carries nothing, Vesha snarled. He carries us. She shouldered past. Canister balanced. Tail flicked Eli forward. They dropped into sub-level ducts. Frost-coated walls. Eli pried a panel. Rig here. Feed coolant manual. Vesha slammed the canister into place. Hoses snapped taut. Her claws steadied his hands as he jury-rigged valves. Sparks flew. Pressure, he barked. She twisted the release. Blue fluid surged. Recyclers whirred alive. Air freshened. Quarters gasped in relief. Juno exhaled. Carter? Eli wiped sweat. Stable, but audit now. He patched into station core. Fingers flew over his scanner. Full diagnostic. Every log. Sar stepped forward. No authority. Vesha's claw pinned his chest to the wall. Towering over him, crests dominant purple. Law of core. Warden tests union. Union passes. Reveal your cut. Scanners pinged. Eli's screen lit. Confirmed.
Sar severed power feeds at 1437.
Remote trigger from his gauntlet. Gasps rippled. Earth delegates straightened. Sorin mandibles dropped. Juno's eyes narrowed. Sabotage. By your honor, Warden. Sar struggled. Test only, to expose fraud. Vesha's voice boomed. Challenge under third crest code. Warden tampers. Authority stripped. Yield, or duel. Tsar's warriors tensed. He bowed his head. Yield. Code binds. She released him. Claws retracted. Public decree. Strip Sar Dren. No warden rank. Exile from bindings. Serene nodded, as one. Sar slunk back. Dishonored. Eli stood beside Vesha. Her tail brushed his side. Gentle now. Trust, sealed in frost and sparks. Juno cleared her throat. Treaty holds. But protocols... Eli raised his scanner. Joint proposal. Mixed marriages voluntary. Protected clauses. Cultural waivers. No more tests. Vesha's crests pulsed gold. Clan endorses. Equals bind equals. Delegates murmured approval. Juno signed the addendum. Unexpected, Carter. You too, partners, Vesha said. Her claw grazed Eli's shoulder. Warmth spread. Station-wide alert chimed. Deep scan pinged. Core drone active. Hull vibrations started. Eli gripped his toolkit. Round 4? Vesha's laugh echoed. Bangs gleamed. Hunt together. They moved as one. Quarters watched the mocked couple vanish into shafts. Heroes now. But the ping deepened. Drone burrowed toward Fusion Heart. Eli patched a relay en route. Power surge incoming. Vesha hauled a barricade grate. My phone. Your code. All groaned. Tractor whine built. Eli's scanner screamed. Enemy lock. Evade! Vesha roared. His fingers danced. Station lurched. Asteroid field bloomed on external cams. Explosion rocked the void. Silence followed. Juno's voice crackled over comms. Defied again? Status? Eli leaned into Vesha. Peace secured. Sar's old console sparked. Final sabotage trace. One relay left compromised. Vesha's tail tightened. End it true. Deep ping reignited. Core breach imminent. Eli met her eyes. Breach suit? She pulled him close. Together. Always. They plunged deeper. Drone screech pierced vents. Eli rerouted emergency power. Trap it. Vesha deployed charges. Boom echoed. Squeals died. Console cleared. All threats null. Cheers flooded calms. Earth and Soren linked crests in hollow. Juno approached later. No regrets. Eli glanced at Vesha. Her claw tended a hull scrape on his arm. Precise. Caring. None, he said. Vesha's crests linked with his shadow. Bond unbreakable. Station hummed. Peace held. But a faint ping lingered. External drone swarm, inbound. Eli grabbed toolkit. Vesha's tail gripped. Ready, the final hunt called. Eli's breath steadied in the dim core access. Frost from earlier coolant clung to his coveralls. Vesha's bulk filled the shaft behind him, her breath steady rumbles. Scanner beeped. Drone signature pulsed 5 meters coreward. It's wedged in fusion relays, Eli said. One jolt, meltdown. Vesha's claw steadied his shoulder. Extract or foam? Extract. Study it. He crawled forward. Tight fit for him, snug for her. She wedged in after. Tail coil to pull if needed. My reach first. Drone word. Claws scraped metal. Eli's light caught its carapace. Soren War surplus modded. Hostile mark, Vesha hissed. SARS kin? Doesn't matter. Eli extended fiber probe. Tug, it thrashed. Sparks flew. Shaft heated. Vesha lunged. Massive claw pinned it. Got. Eli yanked wires. Power died. Drone stilled. She hauled it free. Held it like scrap. Trophy. Back in quarters, delegations waited. Juno scanned the husk. Proof of sabotage net. Sar funded it. Vesha dropped it at Sar's feet. Where he knelt. Stripped. Confess. Sar bowed. Clan rivals. Feared weak union. Eli stepped up. Union strong. Protocols now. Voluntary bonds. Joint training. No tests. Vesha nodded. Core law aligns. Signatures flowed. Cheers erupted. Later, alone in restored quarters. Vesha loomed close. Fear gone. Eli touched her crest. It pulsed blue. Trust earned. Her claw encircled his hand. Gentle giant. Partner. Tail wrapped them both. Station spun on. Peace bloomed. Deep space pinged faint. Scout ship. Ally or foe? Eli smiled. Next problem. Vesha's laugh rumbled. Together. Bond sealed forever.